Hello everyone, my name is PM Seymour, and welcome to the show that takes a look at the audio behind some of your favorite video games. Listen up. Today, we're going to be discussing the sounds behind a game you may or may not have heard of recently, and that game is Overwatch. First and foremost, the theme track. Something we will look at during this show is how well the theme fits with the particular game in discussion. With the theme to Overwatch, Blizzard did an outstanding job capturing the theme of the game. The game begins with an opening cinematic of one of the characters, Winston, sending a message to all of the agents part of Overwatch, which is also the name of the organization of heroes in the game, mind you. While Winston explains the past events of the game, the music shifts from a low, dramatic tone to a powerful, heroic one, then falling back into the low, dramatic tone. Finally, when you, the player, are asked,
"Are you with me?"
the music shifts back to the heroic tone and shows all of the characters. Blizzard did a fantastic job balancing the different sounds to fit within the matching situations. It was golden. I loved it. Loved it! Now we're left with the music behind each individual map in the game. I love how Blizzard captured each geographic location with their themes behind the maps. Each map takes a place in a different country. For example, the Lijiang Tower is a tower located in China, and the music for it is a heavily Chinese-influenced piece you can hear through the flutes and string instruments. Blizzard put a lot of work into having each map's music correspond appropriately to the country. However, there are the standard themes for all levels, such as in the beginning when players are getting their defenses ready against the oncoming attacking team. The music gets a bit louder when the countdown reaches to 5. Of course, you also have the intense music when the team is pushing the payload to its destination, and it becomes a struggle of who will emerge victorious, and it really gets you pumped and focused on the task at hand. Overwatch does an amazing job pumping you up in the right moments when things get intense and also being relaxing after a long match. Moving past the music, now we have voices and how much they play a part in the game. The voice acting for the game is phenomenal, especially when there are only 3 characters who are American, so almost all the other cast have an accent of some sort. And not only that, but they also speak in their native languages at times as well. The common voices heard a lot through matches are those of Genji, Hanzo, and Mercy. Hailing from Japan are Genji and Hanzo, who incorporate a lot of Japanese into their dialogues. While this is so, Genji often tends to speak more in Japanese versus Hanzo, who predominantly speaks in English. The time they both commonly speak in Japanese is when they're using their ultimate abilities. However, Blizzard is clever and made some things differently how players hear these lines being said. If you're playing as either character or playing against a team with either of them, then you'll hear the lines in Japanese. But if you're playing with either on your team, you will hear the lines in English, which is a very unique way of making things different by Blizzard. As I mentioned earlier, the other most commonly heard character is Mercy, who is one of the support characters that can heal her teammates. Her most famous line being,
"Heroes never die,"
when she activates her ultimate ability, which revives her fallen teammates in the area. While you and your team will hear that line in English, enemy players will hear
"Helden sterben nicht,"
which is the Swiss German equivalent of that line in English. On the subject of voices, characters have various skins the players can unlock for them, and some of the legendary ultimate skins make some of their lines a bit different. For example, Hanzo would normally say, "Yuga waga teki wo kurau," when using his ultimate ability, but with his Okami or wolf skins, he will say, "Okami no waga teki wo kurai." Will also replace Dragon in any of his lines with Wolf. Mercy's Devil or Imp skins will change her ultimate line to
"Heroes never die, for a price."
Her Surgeon or Valkyrie skins will make her say
"Till Valhalla,"
when using her ultimate. Unfortunately, not every character has different voice lines for their skins, and perhaps in the future Blizzard will include more. Overall, I give Overwatch 9 out of 10 in terms of sounds behind the game. As much as I want to give it a perfect 10 out of 10, I'm a firm believer that it's going to improve over time, and then, and only then, will it get its 10 out of 10. Have a game you'd like for us to cover on the show? Comment down below with the name of the game and we might just cover it in our next episode. With that said, thank you guys so much for hearing me out. My name is PM Seymour, and we will see you next time on Listen Up.